everybody! Welcome to Office Hours. I am Janessa, and I'm here with Devin.
Hi.
And today, we're going to be talking about streaming platforms, but we have a couple of announcements and things to talk about first. Also, hello to everybody in chat. Hi, Cherish, Spider, Bonobi, Barry.
Barry.
Thank you for the sub. 19 months. You have subbed longer than you have been an employee.
That's impressive.
Hi, Oliver. Welcome. How is everybody in chat doing? Hello, Novice.
That's a cool little emote. Is that a pig?
It looks like a pig mutant.
Looks like a Pokemon. Is that a Pokemon? Average. Oliver, get back to work.
Yeah, obviously we're the wrong color today because it's like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But you know what's happening to you too. So
I know, I see that.
maybe you shouldn't wear the rainbow.
That's a good point. This is the fun part. Oh.
Black Eagle Ops, thank you for doing something.
Okay.
Force Ghost Projections.
Jump right into the announcements.
Yeah, sure. So we have signed 2 new clients that we have announced today. So if you want to see their full bios and everything, check out our Twitter page or our website. And first one up is Mr. Moon's house. Yeah. I actually got to meet Mr. Moon last week when we did an event at Micro Center.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so we got to hang out with like Strippin and Mr. Moon. He's a really cool guy.
He's funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
He got his start, he really rose to popularity in DayZ. And they sort of touched on the nostalgia of how they wish DayZ was still as awesome as it was.
Yeah.
And then our second client is Grand Pooh Bear.
Mr. Pooh Bear.
Which I don't know much about.
He's a speedrunner.
Oh, is he?
I think he's like one of the best at multiple Mario games.
Dang.
I don't know his records off the top of my head, but he's a very funny entertainer. I really enjoy him. So.
I am so impressed by speedrunners.
Me too. Oh yeah, just do left, right, left, and then spin through this wall, and then you just clear the entire level.
Yeah. I don't know how people come up with that, let alone do it.
They play the game so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Very specific mindset for that.
When I play a game, like I'll look up the average playtime to finish a game, and then I need to add on like 10 extra hours. Because I'm also the person that's just like looking around, like, did I miss anything? Like, oh, look at that wall texture, it looks pretty cool.
Watching you and Tom do Kingdom Hearts was really funny because I had like Cobalt in one and then you guys in another. You guys started pretty close at the same time, and Cobalt was already like clearing the first world and you guys were still in the tutorial.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Just very slow.
The attention to detail. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just appreciating the world that was designed for me. He run fast. I just saw a shirt that was Sonic, but it's like a really bad drawing of Sonic. And it's like, I like to go fast.
Is it the art from the new movie?
No!
It was probably better than that.
It was like a scribble.
It was probably
cool.
better than the live action.
It was probably better.
And then Janessa kind of touched on it. We're doing a pretty cool little thing now with Micro Center. We're sending some of our clients out to do live stream events from Micro Center stores around the nation. And this week we have 4. We have Foe in Cincinnati, Kitboga in Minneapolis, Elohim and Diction.
You need to watch your diction when you're saying diction.
They're in Fairfax, and then we have Whoops in Long Island. And then, of course, performing our roles, we'll also be providing production staff support at the events. So
if any of you guys are in those cities, we would love to see you there. And if you're not in that city, but you are close to a Micro Center, then you can go to gamernight.live, and you'll find a list of all the events that are happening in each store.
Oliver, drop the link.
So yeah, we're helping out with that, and that all of these events are going to be happening on Sunday nights. They're kind of just like sponsored community meetups for people that love Twitch or love streamers or love that specific streamer, can just hang out and have fun, do a meet and greet. It should be a good time. So yeah, go click that link that Oliver just dropped in the chat.
They're very fun events. We do an IRL tour of the store. So we get those really cool IRL backpacks from Unlimited IRL, and run around. Everybody gets to play with drones or the 3D printers and other things that are in the works for the future. But they're a lot of fun. So if you can get out to one, I think there's 18 Micro Centers nationwide, maybe more.
It's a fun store. I had never been to a Micro Center.
Oh, it's a blast.
Like every time I go, I end up buying something. Just like I need these, I need this, and then like it was so funny. I don't need a new motherboard, but I could use another motherboard. I mean, who,
yeah.
who doesn't?
But
Who doesn't need a new motherboard? But I was there and I was like looking at it, like, oh, maybe I should get it, should not. And then I was like, if I get this one, I'm gonna need a new CPU.
And then I'm gonna need a power source.
Yeah.
And
I just saw like a Micro Center employee, like, he just heard me and he like tucks out. He's like, you get $100 off if you buy it with a motherboard on your CPU. And I'm like, oh my God, I need both now.
Benobi, same. I had never heard of Micro Center, but walking in, you can literally walk in and about 45 minutes later, walk out with everything you need for a new PC. Everything.
The employees are also super smart.
And very nice. Well,
it's not like where you go to these other like electronic stores where I won't mention any names, but sometimes I go to this one store and they ask if they can help me, and so I tell them what I'm looking for, and they're just lost.
Yeah, and they're just like, I think it's, let's try 13.
They don't even know like what I'm talking about, and I'm just like, why did you ask me then? You can't help me.
Yeah. It's great, but they're a lot of fun, so come hang out.
Yeah.
Or check the streams. It helps.
No, not Home Depot.
I used to work at Home Depot.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was like my second job ever. I was in the lumber department. It was cool.
I'm always scared to go over there.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I would just like get it, because like I built my own closet, but I would just like a bare frame. I would just be like, I'll have my dad cut them at home.
Oh,
instead of just like asking you guys to do it.
That was like the most exciting part of the day. Let's just be like, nah, did it.
So I should have done it then.
Yeah.
I could have entertained an employee.
Yeah, because the rest of the day was like pulling just 2x4s off the shelf and making sure they were straight, and then putting them back on the shelf, and then waiting for people to come and get their things cut. Nobody wanted to do it. It was intimidating for whatever reason. So
I also really liked the key machine.
Yeah, I didn't like the key machine.
Now there's like kiosks. You could just get it done at Walmart.
Laser cut it.
But I always feel judged, like, are they gonna think that I don't have the proper authorization for this key?
And then just rolling into the next set of announcements, if you guys are following us on Twitter, you might have seen we're opening up for some new hiring.
We're hiring!
Yeah. It's awesome, so be sure to check us out on Twitter. If Z Corona or Fearless could drop one of the tweets about that, that'd be great. We have another account manager position opening up. Come hang out with us and do the cool Micro Center stuff.
Me and Devin and I are both account managers, so you would be doing things similar to us. We assist streamers. We basically help their business run better, and it's a whole lot of fun. I think everybody that works here loves working here.
Yeah.
So it's a really good culture. When do resumes need to be in by? We have like a bunch of, I think they said that they already have 300, so I would say as soon as possible.
Omid might have a better cutoff date than us if he wants to pipe up.
Need to replace these two ASAP. Yep. So if you think you're better than us,
I didn't even see that.
just you gotta get better at reading chat. It's part of your
I
job.
need glasses.
Just
Is what I
kidding.
need. I'm like,
Wait, do you really?
yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I got no.
You guys can't see it, but we have chat up here, and Adri just blew it up to like 72 font just for old man Devin. It was great. Thank you.
That's funny.
So on top of the account manager position, we have an executive assistant role. So that would be, facilitating a lot of the needs for the upper level brass, Omi, Jen, on their day-to-day stuff, travel, and then, just being a lieutenant in their stead when, they're traveling to the many conventions and other things that they do throughout the year.
It would probably be like a super fun catch-all position, especially in the industry that we're in. Like, you don't know what you could be asked to do.
That was my last job.
Yeah.
Was an executive assistant. It's a lot of fun. No 2 days are the same. You get to work with some very brilliant people. They're building companies from the ground up. So it's fun. It's challenging. It's very challenging, but very rewarding at the same time. And then the third position we have is for a marketing manager.
Yeah, and so if you love social media, maybe you majored in communications, or you like all things marketing, then this could be your position. No one has been in this position before, so there's a lot of room to, develop new programs and create new things for us. So if that sounds like you, there is a link in chat. I would say if we could get that posted one more time, apply. You guys are here in office hours, so be sure to mention that you watch office hours. Like, let us know your experience on Twitch. And I would just give you guys some advice since you're here. Send us a cover letter and a resume. Make sure it's all grammatically correct. And that's your best. That's my best advice so far.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of talked about networking in prior episodes. Actually, we talked about that.
Oh, we did.
So just, make sure to fact check yourself. Make it look pretty. Be smart about it.
Stand out from the crowd. Don't be scared. We don't bite. And, good luck. Best of luck to everybody. So, time to move on to streaming platforms. We are going to talk about Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Mixer, and just cover a couple of things and differences between the four. And if you guys have any questions, of course, you can put them on the chat. And if we're not live and you guys have additional questions, you can always tag us on Twitter, DM us, or do hashtag AskOPG on Twitter.
She did it.
What? What did I do?
The whole thing?
Oh.
Did you black out there for a
No,
second?
I thought there was something wrong. I was
just started
like,
going
what
through
did I do?
the Twitter and just black out. Just do it.
Does Indeed let you post an actual file? I made my cover letter and resume look all pretty, but then it wanted me to submit just with their resume cover letter thing. There is a way. You might have done like a different setting, because I know there is like a quick apply.
Yeah.
If you do the quick apply, then it just imports all the things from your like doc. But I think there is a way to do PDF.
Yeah. I think it also depends on how we set it up. I don't know.
I don't know. When I applied, I got to do PDF. This one could be different.
Hi, Druid's Fire.
Hello.
Welcome.
Okay, so first off, we're going to talk about Twitch. Obviously, you guys know what Twitch is because you're here. Welcome to Twitch.
Okay, so this is going to be a lot of fine, detailed information. So be sure to ask us questions and challenge our information. We're always trying to learn more about the platforms that our clients use. So if there's like, oh, hey, by the way, this feature is also available on this platform, but you didn't mention it. That's something more that we can learn and know.
Yeah,
So.
this can be a two-way conversation.
Yeah, like it always should be.
Fearless says, what's a Twitch?
What is it?
My mom calls me a Twitcher. It's really weird. She's like, she's a Twitcher. She does the Twitch things. I'm like, that's not,
I wonder how that goes
sounds
off in like
weird.
normal conversations.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your daughter doing these days? Oh, she's a Twitcher.
She's a Twitcher.
Is she getting help for
Does
that?
that sounds like drugs.
That does sound like drugs. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just start with Twitch since we're here. It kind of just makes the most sense.
Fox, thank you for the host, probably.
Hype. Yeah, it's not popping up. My fiance says Twitcher. You should check her, Fearless.
I mean, maybe it's a term. Maybe we don't know. Maybe this is what the people that don't use Twitch call us.
It still has a very negative connotation. Okay.
Someone should have thought about this when they named Twitch.
They probably did, and we're just like, oh, yeah, forget it.
Okay.
Okay, so the big thing that I wanted to touch on that none of the other three platforms have that Twitch does is the open API. This is a very big deal because it allows for third-party plugins. This allows for a lot of things. Some of our clients like Sir Slaw and Danatage and Wild, they code out their own tools for their specific channels, like Slaw's house system. I haven't seen it replicated anywhere else on any of the other platforms, let alone on Twitch, and it's in part because of that open API. It just allows you to do some coding within the chat that helps you to track data or create games, and a lot of the extensions that you see on Twitch are birthed out of that open API. And then secondly, I'm just going to kind of just roll through. We literally just have bullet points here.
Sure.
It has the largest user base, and I know that's kind of interesting to wrap your mind around when we're talking about Facebook and YouTube, but it is the largest user base at 140 million monthly users.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. I think 2016, 2017, it was the 4th most traveled site, period, just at all. It has 15 million daily users and 2.2 million broadcasters.
Oof.
And what's even crazier to think about that is then you can filter down the numbers. Out of the 2.2 million broadcasters, only like 38,000 of them are partnered.
Yeah, it's still very exclusive.
Very, very. So I know it feels like, especially when you're on social media and you're just getting hit with, this person got partnered and this person got partnered, and check marks galore. At the same time, it's 1%. I think less than 1%. I don't math. Zach, do the math.
What's the math?
And then the other thing that's really great, and it's in part of the API, is the stats and metrics are very easy to track and see, both on the Twitch dashboard and on external sites, Solinome, and then there's other people like Commander Root that siphon data off of the API and stuff like that. So fun fact, if you stream and you always see Commander Root in your chat, it's because he has a bot that goes out to anybody that goes live, and he tracks data while you're live. It's kind of cool. Big brain stuff. I don't get a lot of it. Okay. So we've kind of touched on some of the pros of working on Twitch, streaming on Twitch. Now I think it's a good opportunity to kind of start addressing some of the negative things.
The negatives? Should I be the negative Nancy?
Go for it.
Okay. So I don't know if you noticed, but when Devin said how many broadcasters there were, I was like, oof, because while it does have the largest user base, there's also so many streamers.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to get lost in the directories. Also, another con is that because it has such a large user base, it's easy for users to troll channels. There's a lot of trolling on Twitch, which I haven't. I have streamed on other platforms, and it's like night and day, the difference between trolls. Yeah. Although I will give it to Twitch, ever since the new TOS came out, it's a lot better than what it was 2 years ago. But yeah, it's still really easy for there to be trolls, whether it's people that are just spamming new accounts.
Right.
And then they do ban evasion. You ban them, they make another account with a similar name, and they just keep doing that over and over again. Another thing that I think Twitch gets lost on is a disconnect with their marketing and their own TOS. We see it over Twitter all the time, right? There are some things that get away, some streamers get away with, and they don't get banned, and then another person gets banned as well. And so I think that there's an opportunity there to become better.
Yeah. I think as the company's growing, we're starting to feel a lot of the, Big Dad, Amazon policies and operations starting to trickle down into Twitch, which it's probably just a lot of automation. They're probably, switching over to, an automated ban process, an automated review process. We're not Twitch, so we can only make speculations and guesses on that. But there's definitely still some human input, and streaming other streamers' channels as commercials on everyone else's channels, that should just kind of be known as not
like
okay. I mean, it's like a thing in the TOS.
Yeah, there's no self-advertising allowed in TOS, so it's a little strange.
So I actually want to know how much they spent on the multiple commercials that we're talking about, and they had to just eat the loss. Because they aired for a day, they probably didn't get too great of an ROI on it, and then the next day they're having to pull it, or even that same day having to pull it, and you got production cost and everything on that. So I'd be interested to see how much they ate on that.
Another con is about cons. We are seeing a shrinking presence from Twitch at other conventions. They pulled out of PAX South, and then they are not going to be at PAX East this year. I do know that they're sending some employees, but they're not having a dedicated booth.
Right.
Which is very strange because I saw the Facebook booth last year, and it is nice. It was big.
Couches.
And, yeah. They had like this sectioned off part for partners. And I'm just like, I know that they probably want to cut their budget because their booths are so expensive.
Sure.
But I wonder what the messaging is to send, like, as far as streamers on Twitch, like how they feel.
Right.
There's a lot of people that aren't going to PAX anymore because they don't feel like they're going to be taken care of by having a place to rest, a place to get off your feet and maybe have a snack or even just have a business meeting.
OPG Lounge.
Yeah.
Sorry, something stuck in my throat.
So what Devin was saying is that we did this at TwitchCon last year, and we're hoping to make it more of a regular thing, is that OPG is setting aside a space for our clients to be able to rest and wind down in between meetings and sponsored work and stuff like that, because we can't trust that there will be a Twitch partner lounge.
Yeah, no, I mean, we should never
anymore.
put our clients' well-being in someone else's hand.
Right, yeah. So those are a couple of cons. What do you guys think that Twitch could maybe work on, or what's a pro? Any of your thoughts, go ahead and put them in the chat.
I have a feeling discoverability is going to be at least one person's comment.
Yeah. They've gotten a little bit better.
Yeah, yeah.
I still don't think it is like where it should be, because right now it's on the homepage, like
Right.
twitch.tv, just like the regular homepage, and I don't know how many people actually go there.
Yeah, and
Because
that's
I never go there.
me neither. And I was reading an interesting thing, can't for the life of me remember where it was, but it was something, like 30% of all users, when they first sign up on Twitch, where it's like, asking you what your preferences are, what games you are, and then it gives you like the carousel of, hey, you might be interested in this, that, out of the 30% of people that come to Twitch, they just land on one of those pages and wind up staying there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's generally, interspersed with, partners and, affiliates alike, but, it's definitely top heavy on partners, so it's, you see kind of that, continual separation. But yeah, they wind up in a partner channel and just hang out there.
Yeah.
And then they just stay there. I don't even think they know what a homepage is for Twitch.
Hi, Wumsy. Welcome.
Thanks. I love the green screen.
Palorin, as a viewer, I don't stream. I desperately miss the random function. I didn't even know that was a function. I know people have created one, like a third party.
Mm-hmm.
But
like
that
just
would be
randomly
fun.
throws you into a channel?
Yeah. I think that would be fun. It's like, remember Stumble Upon?
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was
weird.
weird. I loved it.
No, yeah. I mean, it's like a cool weird.
You like found gems, right?
Yeah. It was like garbage, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to buy like 5 of these. It was great. I found one of my favorite blogs on Stumble Upon.
Yeah, Stumble Upon was great, and now it's gone.
Did it die, or did it get bought and die?
I'm not sure. I think they just stopped supporting it. My phone keeps buzzing, so I'm going to just...
One of the benefits of Twitch is how it's not algorithm-based, because you can find a certain game niche that works really well. Yeah, the algorithm comment, it goes both ways. It's just kind of a preference thing. That's one of the notes that I have later on about YouTube, is their algorithm is so refined that, within a pretty low margin success rate, you're able to find somebody that the viewer instantaneously connects with and can convert to a long-time audience member. So from both the streamer and the platform's position, it's a really good thing, that algorithm. But there's definitely a large number of viewers who like trolling around and like the randomized features, where you can just wind up in somebody's channel and not let the algorithm dictate what content that you have. So it's one of those that kind of goes back and forth. I'm all for algorithms and within a box. It does get a little crazy. Facebook and their ads and their ad algorithms are a little insane, but it's just me.
Oliver says, I believe that T-Rex and ProBro found Twitch to be a stumble upon. They landed in I Ate Your Pie's Twitch channel, became inspired, and now all 3 are clients.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That's cool.
So cool. And then Novice says, the algorithm on YouTube I feel is too obtuse from a creator standpoint. Yeah, right? Like a lot of people feel cheated by the algorithm, especially the copyright one.
Oh yeah. And that's why I said it's give or take kind of a thing.
Yeah, you have to find like this really good balance. So maybe that's what's holding off Twitch from the discoverability issues.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's pretty hard. I think we all know it's pretty hard to grow over here.
Right.
What else do we have? So.
Oh, you know what? One of the pros that we missed that we should kind of comment on. Twitch has one of the best and tightest communities of streamers, and you see this at every level, at huge partners, all the way down to people who have just come onto the platform. You see a lot of people, they find their buddies, the late shift kind of guys, where they game together every night, they communicate all the time on Twitter, and they have their core group. So it's kind of like especially with the late shift guys, Gassy Mexican, Burke Black, Cletus Buford, Bikeman, Cream. They kind of have a shared audience. So that's why, like with Cletus, part of his community is from Bike, and part of his community is from Gassy, and across the board for everybody else. Gassy's got a little bit of Bike. When one's not on, people from the late shift community, they go across. So it's a really cool shared community that I think the other platforms can catch up with, and a lot of that is just communicating with the other partners.
Yeah, I do think it's very easy on Twitch to meet other streamers, and the fact that we have like the host and the raid features is really cool because it happens all the time. And if you've been streaming for a month or two, then you'll notice right away that you have random raids and random hosts,
right,
which is really friendly and nice to do. So then you get some audience building from other channels, and then you become friends with the streamer.
Yeah, and then it's just it's somebody that you have vetted or that has vetted you, and it's just a safe hey Janessa, take care of my community for the rest of the night. I feel confident transferring my audience to my core group, which especially on, I don't even know if Mixer has a raid function.
It does.
It does?
Yeah, it
Okay.
does have. Yeah.
I should know that, but I don't. I'll be honest on the things that I do and don't know about these platforms. Opportunities for me to learn.
I think a downside of Twitch is how the affiliate agreement makes me unable to simulcast to YouTube. Yep, I agree. That is hard because you have to gauge whether it's worth it for you.
Right.
Is having a sub button and having bits in an emote worth not being able to stream to 2 or even 3 platforms at once for overall
Right.
discoverability? You have to ask that same question when you sign a partner agreement, because a partner agreement is you can't stream to other platforms at all.
Yeah, and it's really hard, especially with what I know about business, is you want to try and see where you stick, but at the same time you want to see a return on your investment. You want to see that me personally, when I jumped onto Twitch, I bought a good PC. It was my first PC, but it was a good PC, and I wanted to see a little bit of return on that over time. But at the same time, as soon as you hit that affiliate, you can't simulcast. So you can't see, maybe I would have performed better on Mixer or on YouTube or on Facebook or any of the other, live streaming services out there. So it's it's one of my biggest gripes. I don't think affiliates should have to sign as intensive of a contract, personally, but
Yeah, it's a rough spot. I mean, and people still do it, but it's you're playing with your contract and you're playing with your career. But yeah, I would never feel comfortable telling someone like just pick one platform. I mean, look at what happened to Tumblr, right? Tumblr got murdered basically. Like, sure, they removed like not safe for work, but how many people like made their career doing non-safe for work things on Tumblr, you know?
A lot.
And they could have diversified to Patreon and their own personal website. You just got to be everywhere, and so that's why we're talking about all of your platform options today.
And then Missing Novice says, I've heard some partners can negotiate the exclusivity part. From what I have seen, it is very specific to like pre-standing celebrities.
Yeah.
You know,
It's possible, but you're going to have to make a really good argument why.
Very, very good. And I know that, you know, on the other platforms as well, they do have, you know, their own exclusivity clause, but, you know, from my understanding, Twitch's is the most rigid.
Yeah, the only person I saw that like had it allowed is because he also worked at IGN. So if he's already working there, he already has to do live broadcast work, and so that's how he was able to get that sorted.
Loophole.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so let's move on to Mixer. We have a couple clients now. We have Scythe and Arcanaut.
Yep.
Who are on Mixer.
Can we scroll down in the chat? It's thank you.
Cool. So if you've been under a rock and don't know, Mixer is Microsoft's response to Twitch. It used to be Beam.
Yeah, it used to be called Beam,
and then,
which was confusing to me because there was also Casey Neistat's app called Beam. It was spelled differently, but it was like basically Snapchat. But
I think that's why they changed it from Beam. I think there was
probably
some legal rocks they were trying to navigate.
Yeah, it was spelled differently, and then Casey's Beam died. Right. Sort of. It's still a YouTube channel, but it's not like.
Okay, that makes sense. So one of the nice things about Mixer, and it's kind of, you know, the big pro with it, is it's a built-in app on Xbox. So anybody that has an Xbox, you know, you boot it up and it's right there. It's an app right there. You click onto it and you're just thrown right into the mix. A lot of the times, you know, it's a, you know, sponsored content creator that day, just right there, right in front of your face. So, you know, it's really nice for, you know, whoever that sponsored creator is on the platform, because you just, you know, you're getting everybody new thrown in there. You know, it's
that can be a con too, though.
Exactly.
Because the streams are already populated on the Xbox dashboard, you do have some sort of inflation because there are people that are there, but they're not actually like focused in on your stream. They might not have audio, but they're still counting as a viewer.
And the other really big downside with it being on the, you know, the Xbox dashboard, it's exclusive to that. So you're cutting out your audience from, you know, the PlayStation, the Switch, everything like that.
Yeah.
I know you can just jump on PC, but hi, Zach. Thanks for saying hi in our box. It's cold. It's cold in here.
Is it? I got this fluffy thing on.
Yeah, I know. I'm wearing shorts.
Oh, that's why.
So one of the, you know, just kind of rambling at this point, one of the other great things about being on Mixer is you have the opportunity and potential of being sponsored directly by Microsoft. So we see this a lot of the times, you know, there's a new Xbox game coming out, or, you know, a new peripheral. And, you know, sometimes Microsoft will be like, hey, we're going to sponsor your channel for the day.
Oh, my microphone?
And check the face.
Yep. I need new batteries.
Yay. So in the studio closet, top right little box.
Can they hear you?
Maybe. Can you guys hear me? This wasn't sabotage, I swear. Can hear both. Oh, you can hear her. Turning off. Okay. Good? Everybody good? Can we hear Janessa again?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Microphone test.
We
Microphone
did
test,
things.
Microphone test. Microphone test.
Cool. We did it.
Yeah, sing my mic
Okay.
song.
So like I was saying, on occasion, Microsoft will just hand down sponsorships that are inherently internal. Xbox games, controllers, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the more coveted features is the FTL, the sub-second video latency.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So I have streamed on Mixer before, and honestly, the FTL was very freaky.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Yes.
as a streamer and to stream on Mixer, you say something and you get a response from chat almost instantaneously. It was very scary. Once you realized that it was happening, it took me a couple streams to get over it.
Right.
And then Twitch came out with like the 5-second version.
Right.
I think it's in your Twitch settings. You are able to go to low latency, but it still isn't FTL like Mixer. Which basically has no delay.
And they can do that because Microsoft has built a worldwide network of their internet nodes, in layman's speak, I guess. Whereas like with Twitch, they're on the AWS, which thousands of companies are on the AWS. So, it takes a lot of money is the biggest resource when it comes to the FDL stuff.
Yeah.
But Microsoft can cut that because they've got it built in.
Also, Microsoft is coming into the game way later than Twitch is.
Yeah.
So they've been able to sort of build this framework from the ground up versus Twitch is constantly trying to improve on this older platform.
Does Mixer transcode to different qualities, though? I thought the reprocessing was where the latency was introduced. That's a good question that I don't have an answer to. I can figure it out.
They do.
They do.
But not everybody has it. Last I heard when I was streaming on Mixer, they had transcoding for pro users, which was the people that were like, they were
Partnered.
not partnered, like it was like $10 a month.
Like you as a user paid for it?
Yes. But I don't know if they have that anymore.
That's crazy.
That was a while ago.
I don't like that. And then, of course, Mixer is being also a thing I shouldn't say in front of airport security. Yeah. Xanatex. I'm on the AWS. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
The AWS is the Amazon world server. I don't even know what it means. I'm sorry. Oh, it's $7.99 now for the Pro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like Twitch Turbo. So if you guys don't remember, Amazon, before Amazon Prime, before Twitch Prime was a thing, Twitch had something called Twitch Turbo, which you could pay $10 a month for and have no ads. So the Mixer thing is pretty similar to that. I think Devin's going to do a mic change.
Mine died too. I put the battery beforehand and made a cut. I was like,
Yay! All fixed now.
Yeah, better.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry about your ears there, Adri. That probably was really painful.
I was saying that I come from a musical theater background, and like we always had to have fresh batteries before every show. Like it didn't even matter. Like we wasted so much batteries because
Yeah.
you just didn't take that chance.
Yeah. Don't be me. Be Janessa. No, that was my fault, Z. That was totally me.
Amazon Web Service is
Yeah.
AWS.
That's what I was doing the hearts for. They got me. They got me the information I need to know.
Oh, I see.
We'll change
Yeah.
the batteries. Yeah.
There you go.
Do that as like your lead line. You'll stand out. So along with the FTL, Mixer is being hailed. Oh, we just lost everything on the screen.
That's
There
okay.
it goes. It was just a hiccup.
It's
HDMI
back now.
cord. It's just the HDMI cord. But they're being held for a lot of their interactivity between the Sparks and the Embers, and they have
But
fun.
whoa. You lost me. I know what sparks are, but what's an ember? Maybe you should explain both for the chat.
You would do this.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know the technical definition for both.
Oh, I thought you knew. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Mr.
fine.
Mixer guy.
Hey, like I said, I don't know everything.
So I know that
Opportunities
Sparks on Mixer is like a currency that you gain when you're streaming and also when you're watching.
Right.
But it's not a direct correlation with bits. Sparks are.
Okay,
I
so
was able to set something on my Mixer stream to where like people could buy like sound bites with
Right.
Sparks.
So on Twitch, a lot of the channels will have, when you're sitting in the channel, you accrue their currency,
Yes.
your pods coins,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can spend those on things from the extensions. Mixer went, we're gonna build that internally.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So Sparks are a currency in a way, but not in the same way that it's a monetary
Right.
currency.
And then if I understand right, the streamer can then also take the sparks that they earn each month from the viewership and convert that over to physical cash.
Oh, really? I don't know about that one.
Could be
I
blowing
never
smoke.
got to be
Correct me.
that popular of a Mixer streamer, okay?
Well, it's also still pretty new.
Yeah. Bonobi says, sparks aren't earned by watching, and embers are basically bits.
Yes.
So embers are your monetary
Yeah, you can change the
currency.
thing. But the thing that I love about Mixer is, so on Twitch, you throw bits at the screen. Where on Mixer, you can pay in Sparks and Embers to have things happen within the chat or on the screen, correct me if I'm wrong. Fireworks and flying whales and things like that. So it's, it gets very colorful and interesting, and I really hope that in the future we see some more expansions in that for customization. Because where fireworks and flying whales are really cool, it'd be neat to have something a little more in tune with your channel and your branding.
I'm pretty sure that they can. When I played around on Mixer, there was this sort of like development space, and that's how I was ever able to use this bot called Firebot that created the buttons at the bottom.
Okay.
If you've ever been on Mixer, it's like pay 200 Sparks to play the John Cena noise on my stream. Yeah, exactly. So it has that. It has the framework to be built upon it, but I don't think that many people have been doing it. It's kind of
Right.
like Twitch extensions.
And I go back to, Mixer kind of shot themselves in the foot by not having their API open, because there are so many talented people that have built amazing Twitch extensions
Yeah.
that would just go crazy in, Mixer and the things that Mixer can do within their chat. And then Man with Beard 9, I'm 10, Man with Beard 10, he's Man with Beard 9.
Just make that clear.
Embers are a currency you pay for. Embers are the bits of Mixer. And then a partnered streamer can earn real money through Sparks by predetermined milestones set by Mixer weekly.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting. I want to know who sets the milestone. I wonder if that's like a partner manager or if it's just like an internal system.
That's cool, but that can also be like dangerous.
Yeah.
Because then they're grinding to hit this
Yeah.
milestone, and is that really helpful?
It's been an issue. There are channels on Mixer that literally just grind out sparks.
Yeah.
There's like
and
nothing.
then there's like this work-life balance thing that like we.
Oh, they literally just hit go live and walk away.
Do they really?
Yeah, and they just sit there and mine it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad issue. Missing Novice. I just noticed the D&D Beyond extension last night watching Critical Role. I saw it. It is the most amazing thing, and it just really lays out the possibilities of what people can do with a good team when it comes to these extensions. Like on the side it shows everybody's characters, and then you can like click on it and it shows the whole character sheet.
That is awesome.
In real time. So as the player's like ticking down in the D&D Beyond app their life or their spells, it's then translating to the extension.
That's so awesome.
So it's just another layer of interactivity that Critical Role decided was needed in D&D Beyond, and it was beautiful. Seriously, I love it.
I know you really appreciate that because you are the office DM.
Soon to be.
But
we just need to find time for it.
We haven't played yet, but you're the DM.
We just need to find time for it. Thanks, Micro Center. I'm not being sarcastic.
Wow.
I'm actually saying thank you. I get a paycheck because of it.
There's also one for Magic.
Yeah, the Magic one was really good too.
There's still some like kinks that need to be worked out, and it's very hard to set up. But
with the two really great extensions we mentioned here, Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we're also obsessed with Magic here in the office.
Yeah, obsessed is a fair word for it.
Sleeping on stream is illegal. Xan attacks. I am gonna issue you a challenge. Go in the Twitch TOS and try to find that. It used to be in the IRL guidelines. IRL is no longer a thing, and I can't find any evidence that sleeping on stream is illegal anymore.
So we're just going right back to Justin TV.
Maybe I should test it. I would do a sleep stream.
I mean, you kind of had like the sleepover stream with the Kingdom Hearts stuff.
I did. I have fallen asleep on stream, but there was somebody else there.
Right. Man with Beard, it's an internal system. Mixer has 2 channels that auto-host partners where you can earn more sparks as a viewer for watching that auto-host channel. So users may or may not have numerous accounts to farm sparks to help support their favorite streamers. Man with Beard, you know a lot about Mixer.
Do you stream on Mixer?
Are you a Mixer guy?
Are you a Mixer spy?
And then I guess we can just roll right into the cons of Mixer.
One pro was a great mobile app.
And that's, so when I was building this list, it looked like some of the articles were outdated because Twitch has come a long way with their mobile app. And then YouTube as well has, a fantastic app. It's been used for years and refined. And I'm not saying the Mixer doesn't have a great app, but, if I had to make a quick edit, I would probably pull that off the pros list.
All right. Well, you know what I noticed about the Twitch app?
What's that?
Lately, there is a setting in there that I never knew that was there. You can pop out the player. So that way, I could be watching someone on Twitch and it minimizes while I go to another page, sort of like YouTube does.
Yeah.
Or like the Google Maps does. I had never known that was there. I don't think it's like a default setting.
No, it's definitely, you gotta go looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And a pro I will give to Mixer, their mod tools is so easy to use. So if you're a mod on a Mixer channel, there's like this little spin wheel.
Okay.
Where you just you click on someone's name and you drag it. And you drag timeout, ban. It's so fast and amazing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
I liked it. Twitch has gotten better. Again, one of the great things about having platforms like Mixer and Facebook is that it breeds innovation. Twitch finally has this competitor, and so when you see something like that happen on Mixer, then Twitch is like, oh, we got to do the thing.
Right.
So Twitch now has to where if you guys click on anybody in the chat, you can follow them. You can
see
whisper
when they join,
them. Yeah, and you can see more info. That didn't always used to be there.
No.
Cool.
That's one of my favorite tools that they've added lately.
Yeah.
Because then you can see if somebody just created an account to control you. So some of the cons with Mixer, it's harder to grow a community. There's less eyes on it total. I think The more recent number that I saw was 20 million monthly users. Twitch 140, Mixer 20, 140, 20.
Yeah.
So it's a little harder to curate a community on that, just because it's a smaller number.
Yeah, and it's also hard, like, when you think about the general public, like, how many people do you have to explain what Twitch is?
Right.
In the real world? Imagine having to explain what Mixer is. Like, so many people haven't even heard of Twitch, let alone Mixer.
Right, and then
point.
just by defaulting and saying, oh, it's Xbox's live streaming thing, they instantly think Netflix.
Yeah, they think. Yeah, then that's another thing that triggers me is like streaming, right? Netflix is still a streaming service, but it's not live. And then when people think live stream, they think
streaming,
porn. Like
You're
they
not
think
wrong.
like cams, right? Like
that's when I was going through the airport with the IRL backpack. I got asked if it was for porn.
Did you really?
Yep. He first asked me if it was a bomb, if it was a trigger device for a bomb. In case you guys haven't seen an IRL backpack, it's just a bunch of wires and a big old fat battery pack in a backpack.
Yeah.
Looks kind of sketchy. And then I told him, no, it's for live streaming, IRL live streaming. And he was like, oh, like porn?
I thought it was going to be really hard to get that through the airport. Like, nobody said anything to me.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Going out of San Diego, the dude knew it was.
Oh, really?
And then coming back from Columbus is when he asked if it was about porn.
San Diego is like the nicest airport.
Oh, it really is.
No.
O'Hare was nice too. I got into O'Hare and it was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean like the infrastructure. I mean the TSA.
Yeah.
The TSA in San Diego are friendly and they don't yell at you. Like
I get
it's
ya.
just like normal people. But every other airport I go to, they're yelling at me. Like I feel like on edge. And
Right.
then every airport has different rules, whether you're taking your shoes off or not taking your shoes off, or putting your bags in a box or putting it straight on the conveyor belt. Like,
Yeah.
it's stressful, man.
And yes, the backpacks do cost a lot. They do.
We can show you guys a backpack if you want.
Yeah, we can do that after we do all this.
Yeah.
So and another thing, I didn't know this. I had to ask a couple Mixer guys.
Mm-hmm.
You can't create clips on Mixer.
No way.
I didn't believe it. And I asked somebody else that I knew that was on Mixer, and they're like, yeah, there's no clips. There's no clip functionality.
I forget how new Twitch clips are.
Yeah, well, that's like, I think it does exist on Mixer, but you have to be a partner, and even within that partner sphere, you have to be pretty towards the top.
Wow.
And again, I think that just has to go with, how much data goes through that.
Oh, you're right. I think there is a third party called Boom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you see it on
Yeah.
Twitch every now and again.
Yeah. I think you can clip through there, but again, it's another thing that I was like, this is too difficult. I'm not going to set it up. So there's a lot of barriers to entry if you want to make the switch to Mixer and feel like you're going to have the same experience.
Right.
Because clips are honestly one of my favorite parts about Twitch. I love taking clips. And then I also love sharing clips. It's a really good way to share it on other social medias and then be discovered by it.
Great marketing tool. I've seen a couple of decks that just people within the space have, and they have like their favorite clip in the PDF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just like you click in, it's like it gives you a snapshot, 30 seconds of what their channel's like, what their branding's like. So it's really good. It's a really good tool. And then another thing that we've noticed and we have had conversation with across the board is because Mixer is still so new and the viewership can be considered smaller, it's an uphill conversation with sponsors. Because Twitch and advertising, they're hand in hand now. It's kind of it's pretty common to see hashtag ad or hashtag sponsored on a lot of content across Twitch. And Mixer is still getting there, and they're still trying to get the conversations going with sponsors. So hopefully between the viewer explosion that they're waiting for, as well as integrating some more features, maybe sponsors will start seeing it's worth their time and energy to invest on Mixer.
Would you think that clip functionality is a must for promoting / earning sponsors?
For reporting, yes.
Yeah.
You need to be able to show the sponsor, hey, it went over. This is, a highlight from it. Here's the talking points that you asked for. On the other side of that, like trying to facilitate it, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, I think that there still should be a way on Mixer to download old VODs.
Yeah.
And you can create your own clips, or you can create a reel per se. But definitely clips makes it a lot easier for us on Twitch as far as reporting. And then also the Twitch highlighter now, you can stitch clips together. So it makes it a lot easier to create a reel or highlight video.
And I mean, what's great about that is a lot of, Twitch streamers, they also have a YouTube channel. And with the new highlighter, you can literally just be like,
yeah.
Or for social media, if you want, a good Twitter post for the day, string together 3 clips from the night.
Boom. It's really, it's a lot easier. And then, I use Adobe Premiere, and if I download my whole VOD, sometimes the audio doesn't sync with the video.
Oh, weird.
It's like a weird, MP4 issue that Twitch has.
Yeah.
So it makes it that much easier. Now I have no excuse to not post highlights. I still don't.
Well,
I will get on it.
And just to go back, Benobi, I don't think it's a must, but it is a great thing to have, and especially if you're an affiliate, trying to make some jumps in viewership, it's a great way to post content. Rich media on socials across the board, all the hand signals. But it's great.
Rich posts. I crave rich posts.
They're necessary. They're necessary when you're wanting to grow your Instagram, your Twitch, your Twitter. I can't tell you how many times a day I do that.
How many times are you trying to go to Twitch, but you go to Twitter instead?
All the time.
Yeah.
Dozens.
It's weird.
I got to the point where instead of being twitch.tv/client's name, just on my bookmarks, I have folders with one of the clients' names.
Oh, that's smart.
And then just a bookmark to their page.
Yeah.
So I don't even have to type anything because it was bad. Twitter, not what I want Twitch.
Yeah.
You don't lose a lot of time, but it's just annoying.
You're just where's my brain at?
Yeah.
So what else do we got here? Oh, we're on Facebook. Are we on Facebook?
Might as well. Steamroll.
Has anyone either streamed on Facebook Gaming or been to Facebook Gaming? I know I signed up, so I have a place to stream from if I want to.
Grab your name if anyone.
Yeah, I even got my whole stream all ready to go, and I was too scared. I didn't go live.
That's funny.
Yeah, but there are some really good things that Facebook has going. And I honestly see Facebook in a better place than Mixer right now.
Agreed. No, I totally agree. And I mean, the most in your face is a lot of people already have a following on Facebook of some degree, and you have to put in some effort, but it's pretty easy to convert from one page to another page. Hey guys, I'm on Facebook Gaming now, and then you've already created an entryway for an audience on Facebook Gaming.
Right. And Facebook is in a lot of ways necessary to our everyday lives.
Yeah.
As much as you want to be oh, I don't like Facebook. At one point I wanted to delete Facebook, and then I was oh, this is my main communication for my theater group, right? This is what they actually use for all of our
Messenger, yeah.
paperwork and rehearsals and everything. I can't delete Facebook.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. So it's a huge social media platform that the majority of the population of the United States is using.
I think it's a lot more than the United States.
Yeah.
I think it was...
I was going to say the world, but I felt like people were going to freak out, so...
I know we're at least in the encroaching on billions, if not into billions, of user accounts on Facebook.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Crazy. And then, of course, it's not Twitch, so it is a much less saturated audience base, and it's very quickly gaining steam because even my dad, he was like, "Why am I getting these Facebook gaming posts? It says that you like this." And I was like, "I've literally never liked that person's channel before." I don't know
I
why it's
don't
popping
know
up on your
why.
feed, but it's because, he likes my posts. I have liked other Facebook streamers' posts, so it's just that weird algorithm path, that happens. So because of that, the algorithm that they have, people that have never experienced live streaming before are now being exposed to it. Like my dad, he didn't even know what an influencer was.
Yeah.
He had no idea. We had a whole conversation. He was like, what's an influencer? I'm on social media all the time. I've never been influenced before. And my wife's like,
I've never been influenced.
my wife was
Have
like,
you ever seen a commercial? Sorry.
but she was like, because my dad's a bass fisher.
Uh-huh.
So she's like, oh yeah, didn't you see a post about, this bait and tackle? Did you go buy it? And he literally stood up from the table and he was like, this is bullshit, and walked away. After defining, what it is I do and who we support and stuff like that. It was really funny. But now he's on it all the time. He watches Pro Bro.
That's fun.
Yeah, he watches Bro Man.
That's another good point that you said was so many times you're influenced on the internet, whether it's through an influencer or through an ad without even realizing.
Right.
Like I saw Joe Googling Taco Bell pictures.
And then you're like, oh, yeah,
and I was like, I want Taco Bell. And then 3 people in the office were like, where's Taco Bell? Well, let's all get Taco Bell.
We had full conversations about the delivery service.
Yeah.
It's like
Hashtag
wildfire.
influenced this morning.
We're a perfect sampling of that for marketing purposes. What if we're just a test for Omid?
We're just like his little test rats. Just watches us play.
Yeah, just in chat just goes Taco Bell and just sees what happens.
Yeah. And there's no Taco Bells near our office. It's really sad.
And then of course, Facebook has their bit system stars on Facebook, which is pretty cool. One of the other really neat things that people don't realize exists on Facebook is you can pay to promote your own channel. Mm-hmm. You can do it with businesses. You can do it with your comedian page, whatever have you. I can pay $50 for an ad reach of a certain area, global concentrated area. You can do the same thing with your Facebook gaming.
Yeah, and the audiences that you can target through these sponsored posts are insane.
Oh yeah.
It's so much I want to target 25-year-old females that live in San Diego that like gaming and theater.
And burritos.
And Taco Bell.
And then just spits out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. And that's, one of the more positive sides as a user on a live streaming platform for the algorithms is you can really tune the audience that you want to come to you. Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, Twitch does not report statistics on ages or gender. You never input those things when you sign up for Twitch, but on Facebook you do.
Right.
And you're able to get a much bigger picture, a clearer picture of your audience in order to use that for sponsors.
Xanatax, really? That sounds like a dating app.
That's how Facebook started.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, when you think about live streaming in general, it's a very intimate thing. You're spending hours of your time digesting content by people who, they're trying to be entertaining. Their jobs are this. Their part-time jobs are this. So it's a very intimate experience, live streaming, and that's why it is so popular. Honestly.
I also really like that on Facebook you use your real name.
Yes, that was Audrey made that comment. So when people are coming in and trolling, you can just click on their name, find their mom in their friends list. And, hey, your son's a little.
It stops people from trolling because they realize that there's a real life consequence for what they say and do, whether that's going to be them losing their job or messaging their mom. But also, there's something about being called your real name in a community. It sort of it makes it feel more as real friends quicker.
Right.
We all know and have we all know that we like being called our usernames.
Sure.
Right.
Yep.
We've gotten to the place where sometimes I like being called Pods more than Janessa, but you get to that place a little bit quicker on Facebook, I think.
Yeah.
We're on a first name basis already.
And that's I've noticed this with one of our clients who is on Facebook and the emails that he gets.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of just like, hey, sorry you're having a rough day. And there's a lot of the fluff that you get in like business emails to our Twitch streamers and our Mixer guys. It just goes straight to the point. It's like a comment on, your cousin's post about, vaxxing or not vaxxing. I just keep going back to it's a very intimate experience, and Facebook has really, brought over the intimacy of their comments and their threads on, just general pages onto gaming. Granted, it's also a little funky when it comes to live streaming because it's comments and not an actual like chat thread.
Yeah.
So it's a little weird.
Yeah, I think in the streams, does it go like this way? I know this is, I can't explain it, but like a new chat or a new comment comes in at the top.
Yes. Yeah,
and
it shifts down.
It's like this.
Yeah.
So it's backwards from Twitch, because Twitch, it comes at the bottom.
Yeah. So it's an acclimation period, if anything.
Another pro that we have is for Facebook. It's really easy to do paid promotion.
Yeah.
Because it shows on your stream. It will say one of our Facebook streamers is Darkness, and so it'll say Darkness is doing this stream. This is what he's playing, and this is a paid promotion with brand.
Boom.
And so it's clearly disclosed very easily, and it's not done in a weird way. Like, because it is native to the platform, it just looks nicer.
And another thing that's great with sponsorships on Facebook is it's a proven breeding ground for advertising and marketing.
Oh yeah.
Every company that's I shouldn't say every single company, but anybody worth their clout, they've got a marketing budget that is solely for Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And we're starting to see more of it as traction with live streaming goes on. People are willing to invest in streamers like Tim, Darkness. So you get a lot of interesting non-endemic brands that are just like, hey, yeah, I'm Pantene and we want to sponsor you.
Yeah.
So it's cool, and that's one of the real advantages that Facebook has is all these companies, big companies, Fortune 500 companies, they have this budget solely for marketing on Facebook, and they're looking for new avenues to reach people.
Yeah.
So. And
you don't have to sell them on the platform itself. Versus if we tried to do a Pantene promotion through Twitch, they're going to be like, what is Twitch? Why is it worth it?
Yeah, and then what's the demo poll? How many females are on the platform versus males? What are the audiences like?
And we're like, we can't pull that data.
Yeah, we can guess.
Yeah. So it's a little bit easier for like those non-endemic brands,
right.
But then we do find that it's harder if we want to do like sponsored work for a game.
Yeah.
What would have been a great esports name?
Fearless.
Oh, I thought you said Perfect Jersey. I was like, what?
It's not bad either.
Very intimidating, Oliver.
And then some of the cons with Facebook is it's very difficult to track stats. Again, one of the legs up that Twitch has is the open API, so you can pull data as a user or as a third party. So there's a lot of data that you can collect on it, where on the other platforms it's a little bit harder, and even understanding your dashboard can be a little difficult from what I understand. And then like we just touched on, Facebook doesn't scream gaming when you first go there. Mm-mm. Everybody's so used to, it's a social media platform. It's where you go to connect with your long lost aunts and people from high school 10 years ago, just to stay in touch for whatever reason. So it's just not perceived as, as a gaming live streaming site. Mm-hmm. So it's, definitely got some ground to cover on that. And then, we mention it as a positive, the untapped market of, everybody on Facebook. But a lot of those people, they're not into gaming or live streaming or even know what those things are.
And I also think that Facebook is still very much in the beta stage of their Facebook gaming. they're still trying to figure out how it works before they do a hard push to everybody on the platform.
Right.
Because right now, gaming is still pretty hard to find unless you search a game. Like if you search Fortnite, then the Facebook is going to start suggesting to you things all the time.
Yeah, like did you know you can get Fortnite toys at Walmart? Thanks, Facebook.
But if you have, I think the website is gaming.facebook.com, or is it Facebook?
I think it's
gaming.
Facebook.gaming.
Facebook.gaming.com, something like that. But that homepage, not a lot of people see. There's not. I
don't like the homepage.
It's worse than the Twitch homepage.
It's got some improvement.
Yeah.
Room for improvement.
It's also very confusing because there are live streams, and then it's also there's VODs that were like live earlier, but you're like, is this live or not live?
Yeah, I saw one the other day from like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
But it was sponsored. It was some event, but it was from like 3 days ago, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. So Facebook has a partnership program. I forget what they're called, but those are the people that are featured on the gaming page.
Right.
And so that's why it's something like, oh yeah, that was 3 days ago, because they pick and choose who they want to partner with, and I think they only take like 20 or 40 at a time.
Right.
It's super exclusive. One pro I didn't get to mention, when you are a partnered Facebook streamer, you also have a Facebook page.
Yes.
And you can also create a group for your community.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's really nice that everything is all in one site.
Right.
You don't have to like go over to Discord or go over to Twitter.
Yeah, it's like Dropbox folders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that really helps out, especially in sponsored work, because you get more traction. Like, yeah, I did this stream, but then I also shared the stream to my group.
And a lot of retention. As soon as your stream's done, you move right to the group.
Yeah.
So it's, what people do with the train of apps like Discord and stuff, but like you said, in one place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Facebook.gg also works.
Oh.
I think that's just a shortened.
Right. Benobi asked, do you think other platforms will follow Facebook and start requiring at least birthdays and such to sign up? So, personal thought, yes, it's going to take a catalyst to do it.
You don't think TikTok was enough? So TikTok just got in trouble because it didn't have a check mark saying, are you over 13? And they had to pay a fine, and people were like, they made it a bigger deal than it actually was.
It got buried so fast, though.
Yeah, it did.
So that's
it was a deal for like 2 hours. And
yeah, if even that. So that's, I think for Twitch specifically, Mixer specifically, it will take a catalyst on platform for that to happen. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm pretty certain it'll be pretty low on the priority list of things that they want to integrate and update. But we live in a pretty not great world, and bad people do bad things, especially behind the identity wall of the internet.
Yeah, there's no avoiding it at this point.
No, yeah.
At this point, I'm just like, here's my info.
Yeah, I mean, it's something as simple as like, I like beer. Anytime you go to a beer's webpage, are you 21? What's your birth date? It's just click, and you're done.
Yeah. When
you're signing up for an account, it's kind of just like second nature. You should just be able to throw it in there. It's just collected, and there you go.
Already sent everything for IRS data to be an extension dev. Yeah. Signing up on Twitch developers, they take a lot of info from you.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. Okay.
YouTube?
Shall we? If anybody has questions about Facebook, let me know. But until then, we will move to YouTube. I actually have streamed on YouTube Gaming. I totally forgot about this.
Where haven't you streamed?
Facebook.
Okay, fair enough.
D-Live.
Oh. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so YouTube. It's big. Facebook big.
YouTube is huge. I'm sure everybody has been to YouTube. I go to YouTube every day.
Oh yeah, hourly sometimes.
Yeah, easy peasy. Problem here is that YouTube and YouTube Gaming are a little bit different. They used to be different. They used to have different apps and now they're all in the same app.
Yeah.
Weird.
Very. And you know, with what YouTube is at its core, you know, it's a place to go and, you know, take in videos. So one of the great features that YouTube Gaming has is the DVR controls on streams. You can literally hit stop, get up from your computer, go do something, come back, hit play, and pick up right where you left off.
That is awesome.
Instead of, you know, 10 minutes down the line or 20 minutes down the line. And this is, you know, it's a big deal, especially when you put it into like a sponsored activity. Because then the sponsor's like, oh yeah, I want to be tuned in and I want to make sure all of this is, you know, caught. Oh, but I got to go take this call. So they can pause it, walk away, take the call, come back and make sure the talking points were taken care of.
Yeah.
Or for something like, you know.
Or rewind.
Oh yeah, or rewind. Scroll back 10 minutes.
How many times has something happened on Twitch where you're like, wait, what was that? I missed it.
Oh man, there's been times, especially for our clients, where I'm like, okay, they're gonna say the talking point. I'm gonna get a clip of it.
Yeah.
And then like, oh yeah, the chat's already commenting on it. I came in 30 seconds too late.
And you can go to the VOD, but you have to open up a new tab and then like start the VOD that's
Scroll
actually already
through.
happening, and then like just guess where you might be able to rewind to.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's a feature that we'll see on Twitch soon.
I would probably guess it's pretty high on their integration list.
Yeah.
It's a proven platform. It's been around for 12 years, 13 years.
Long
more
time.
Than that, more than that, probably a lot more than that. But it's a proven app platform, with years of growth to the user base. Everybody at some point in time has created a YouTube account and possibly even, you know, a creator account and uploaded videos to it. I know.
Even if it's just like something dumb.
Yeah.
Like, here's my cat playing with something. Like,
yeah, high school projects, college projects, stuff like that.
it's still like the best way to share video.
Yeah.
Just upload it and then give a link. That way people don't have to download it.
Yeah. And then another great thing that I didn't know about until doing this is there's actual privacy settings that you can do on your streams. So
No
you can
way.
do public, you
Uh-huh.
can do private.
I can have a private stream.
You could have a private
That
stream
sounds
that
weird.
only your community knows about.
Okay.
So, you know, your subscribers or, you know, whatever have you, Patreon. This is a great tool for Patreon users because, you know, here's the link to my private stream that we're doing, whether it's painting, body paint, whatever have you.
There used to be a way on Twitch to stream without a category.
I can see why they got rid of that.
I don't know if that's still a thing, but there was like, if you don't fit these IRL guidelines, you can go live and your followers will know you're there, but nobody else will know you're there. It's not necessarily private. You can still go to the URL.
And yeah, and I mean it's a cool tool, especially as a community leader. It's just something that, you know, you can very exclusively limit the content to your community without having to, you know, record it and then upload it to, you know, Vimeo or something like that in private.
That's super
or
cool.
to Patreon.
Yeah.
What else?
Can you set it to be like my paying subs only?
I didn't go too deep into how the privacy settings work.
Yeah, that'd be so cool though.
That would be. You know, you could even create like, you know, the private invites like Discord does. But, you know, I don't know specifically, you know, how it all works. Just that you can go between private and public.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about some of the cons. We do feel like there seems to be a lesser value of donations or donation values. And just between like watching some YouTube gaming streams, it doesn't seem like an integrated thing to where you see a donation pop up versus when you watch Twitch streams, that's a very normal thing.
I think that has to do less with the platform and more with the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, because YouTube, you know, viewership, they're just so used to coming in, watching whatever the content is, and then leaving. Whereas on
And like they pay by the ads.
Right.
Like
right.
I have to watch an ad and, you know, then Devin gets paid and that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, hopefully they'll figure out ways, you know, as community leaders on YouTube, hopefully the content creators will figure out, you know, ways to promote.
Ooh. I
The
can't
mango
see.
mango cart, yellow.
I know it's Elysian, but what is it?
Beer. We're
They
getting
want
beer
both.
delivered, guys.
They're trying to communicate.
I
with
know,
us
they're
through
just
a
like
glass
holding up
window.
beer.
They're holding up beer, and I'm like, I don't know what beer that is. I know it's Elysian.
And then another negative side of YouTube is your sub counts are separate.
That is so strange.
So if you're a content creator and you've been around for 10 years and you've been creating videos for a while, say you have 1 million, I'll just throw out a number. You have 1 million subs on your creation page. Hey, Oliver, you're my favorite, man.
Thank you.
Oh, I see how this is.
Ooh, it's an IPA. Nice.
It has Tiger shooting laser
Yeah.
beams out of its eye.
Dayglow.
Oh God, that looks crazy in the green
Yeah.
screen.
Okay, you guys, you can't even see the tiger with the lasers.
But yeah, so your sub counts are different. So if you have 1 million subscribers on your Twitter app, guys.
I know. That's not gonna help.
It's not, yeah.
It's still gonna chroma key out. Just check out the Twitter.
It'll be on Twitter in like 20 minutes. You then have to drive your audience and your subs from your content creation page to your gaming page, which, you know, it's not a hassle. And if you're, you know, as a content creator, you know, you're up to par with, you know, driving people to to an action, to an activation, then it's pretty easy. But if you're new to the game, you know, maybe you only have like 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel, this might be a hurdle into YouTube gaming for you. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I have made some YouTube videos that I think are golden, and then it just gets like no traction whatsoever. Also, when I streamed on YouTube gaming, I didn't really see like an uptick in people coming to the streams.
Right.
Oops, sorry, touched my mic. I was streaming very strange indie games though, where I feel like this is actually the case with YouTube gaming, Facebook, and Mixer. You're not going to get major traction unless you're playing the most popular game.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like if you're a pro Fortnite player, or not even a pro Fortnite player, but like oh God, I'm so old. Like, why am I talking about Fortnite when it should be Apex?
Oh man, Fortnite.
God.
God, it's just
So long ago. But if you're playing Fortnite or Apex, like, and you're decent or you want to play it all the time, then you are going to have a better chance seeing growth on these other platforms than you are on Twitch. Just hands down, because there's like Twitch is so saturated with those games. But if you like indies and if you like trying out new alphas and games that are barely coming out that a lot of people don't know about unless you're like a real hardcore gamer, Twitch is a better place for that than Facebook.
If just want to run a fun experiment, go watch some of our clients and watch the games that they're playing. Some, yeah, you'll get the BRs and the Fortnites.
Thank you, Joey.
Yeah. But I will bet you there are numerous clients on our list that have built themselves on indie games and alphas and betas.
Yeah.
Diction
is one of our variety broadcasters. Like he just plays anything that he thinks is interesting, and his entertainment comes from his personality, and his audience loves him for it. And also, he's very well versed in all of these games.
Right. So Twitch is the hipster platform. I mean, if we want to put, you know, the hipster label.
What do you mean by hipster?
You know, you have that one friend that's like, oh, it's
like
cool.
Better than now?
It's cool that you like that thing, but have you tried this like super weird niche thing that you can only get in like one place?
Yeah.
So
I think that Twitch attracts the more hardcore gamer.
Yeah.
Versus like YouTube is the more casual gamer.
Yeah.
Or
casual
maybe
viewer.
Casual viewer.
Yeah.
Maybe someone that's just like, hey, I want to know how to get better at something, so I'm going to YouTube it in the game.
Here's, 4 videos and 2 live streams.
Right.
Yeah.
Where Mixer might be a better place if you only play console games or specifically Xbox games.
Right. Or Twitch is like the catch-all.
Yeah.
Everything's there, which is great. Cool. So,
What else we got?
so the next two that we have, they're out of order. We can talk about smaller platforms with interesting
ideas. So, have you heard of this live streaming service called DLive?
Let's just see how chat.
Yeah.
is first.
Chat, let us know. Do you know what DLive is? They can just Google it though.
That's true.
So I don't know too much. I know it's built on the blockchain, which has something to do with cryptocurrency. I watched a YouTube video explaining how cryptocurrency works, which was like mind blowing. I was like, oh, this actually makes sense,
Yeah.
sort of.
Smart contracts.
Yeah.
Individualized.
Ledgers.
Yeah, the ledgers.
Yeah. Maybe I saw the same video.
I worked in crypto for a while.
Devin knows a lot about crypto.
Not a lot. I know.
Okay.
I know the business side of crypto.
You know more than the average person.
I know all the corners to cut for crypto, which sucks because you never want to cut corners. Interesting but unstable. So yes, man with beard. I think our understanding of how to use it is not where it needs to be. And I know that there are people within the sphere that have a better understanding of the possibilities of it. But I think when you compare it to mainstream currencies, to fiat and things like that, the language is just different and the usage is different. So we'll get there. But yeah, DLive's on the blockchain. It's interesting.
It's a streaming platform. You still stream on it. I believe it uses your GPU to mine while you're streaming.
I think it's as a viewer.
Okay. So if you're watching, it's using your GPU, and that's how the streamer gets paid?
Yeah, so it's your viewership mines, and then you get paid in a percentage of the on-platform currency. So imagine if Twitch used your GPU to mine bits, and then you as the streamer made a percentage of the bits that your audience mined.
Yeah.
It's not complicated at all, guys.
It's interesting. I've seen some Twitch streamers make the switch, and they like the security of getting paid, but it's a sort of too good to be true situation for me. And I am wary just because I feel like crypto is so new, and there's still a lot of ways where it's like unregulated.
Oh yeah, it's
And so, like, if you start making your career on DLive, and then all of a sudden something changes in the crypto world, then like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, and that's the gamble that a lot of people make when they're buying into the bigger coins. Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, Bitcoin, millions of dollars. People buy millions of dollars in Bitcoin and millions of dollars in Ethereum, with the knowledge that the Federal Trade Commission can come in and go, yeah, you can't do this anymore. And then these millions of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars that these people have spent in this, it's moot.
Where did it go?
Yeah, and that's the gambit.
It's scary.
It is very scary. And even just things like shifts in social perceptions, social norms, and social acceptance of ideas can influence how these things work. And that was what crypto in general was kind of betting on, was everybody was tired of carrying cash and credit and things like that, and that you could just have this universal.
Yeah, and I want to send payments fast.
Yeah, so you would have this universal currency that I could jump on a plane today, fly to Cairo, and without even having to hit a trade, I just can spend money anywhere. Mm-hmm. We got a long way to go with it. Very, very long way, and a lot of failures. We're going to have a lot of failures when it comes to that. So it's interesting that DLive built their whole idea on the blockchain. And I still try to stay up to date with some of the projects that people are working on within crypto. There's supposed to be some like blockchain-based city here in the near future.
Are you going to go move there?
No. It's cool, like the whole.
You don't want to live on the blockchain. Everything on the blockchain.
It's a neat idea. So they're gonna have like a strip mall that you can only pay with blockchain.
Yeah.
And the way that you earn the city currency is by the solar attached to your house.
It sounds like socialism.
You said it. But so, you pull in the solar converts to cash, and then you can spend in the city, when in reality, whoever's
knows,
operating the city is just selling your power back to the grid.
Maybe they're on to something. I don't know.
These people are so forward thinking that it just doesn't even make sense. They're just they're glimpsing, 30-30, or their perceptions of it.
Is D-Live making a cyberpunk city?
It's not D-Live making the city. I don't know who is. I've just seen and heard things from people.
People will live there.
Oh yeah. It's as soon as it gets announced, I wouldn't be surprised if, like most cults and cult followings, a lot of people throw their back into it. It's true.
You're gonna have like a crypto doomsday prepper society.
It exists. It already exists. That's why they like crypto. It's because if, all of a sudden gold is gone, you have to have something to pay for things, and bottle caps aren't, going to be overly abundant.
Oliver didn't even give me a bottle cap. He stole it.
Hey, at least he opened yours.
True.
How much do you know about cults? Hey, Oliver, you want to go out to drinks later?
He's trying to recruit you. Don't fall for it.
You want to talk about some crypto? But we've seen some other platforms that are, they're trying different things. Caffeine is another one. They tried getting, celebrity clout with Terry Crews to make their ship sail. I know it still exists. I don't know how well it's doing.
Is this novice person in collusion with you? Have you heard the good word about the cult of Rakdos? Didn't you choose Rakdos at the pre-release? No. Oh, no, you didn't. Who was our Rakdos person?
I should have picked Rakdos.
I can't remember.
Rakdos are Gruel. I feel so stupid for that.
Gruel. I pulled a Rakdos.
Oh, the actual.
Yeah, in
God of
pre-release.
whatever. Oh, that's
the
cool.
one that was like,
Foil.
throw a dice, and everything that's not a demon or imp, if it's odd, it dies, or something like that. It's either odd or even. It was crazy. I didn't use it, though.
Last I heard about Caffeine, they're getting backed by Fox. That's interesting, because didn't Fox just get bought by Disney?
Thank you for the host, or whatever that is.
Yeah, I think it's either still in works. That's interesting.
I'm in the cult of Orzhov, not Rakdos. Oliver.
Never ask. Thank you. I'm going to go research that. Oh, it is true. I'm going to have to look into that, because if...
What?
Well, so...
the Fox Entertainment thing?
Yeah, which Disney's buying Fox.
Wow.
So that's an interesting pipeline.
I could be a Disney streamer. No.
That just sounds like a bad time.
Yeah, no. I didn't think about, what about, we also have Periscope, which is Twitter's live streaming. It's not really gaming, though I've seen people game on it. And Instagram Live is a thing.
That's true. I don't think they'll make a push into
Gaming
for a while.
Yeah.
At least not this year. I wouldn't be surprised if, next year at some of the tech conventions.
Hi, Johnny Good.
Hey, we're gonna
Welcome to the stream.
We're gonna talk about you in a minute, Johnny. Hope you don't mind.
You just made it sound creepy.
He's the special guest next
No,
week.
I know, but just the way you said it was creepy.
I'm warming him up to what he'll expect when he comes to the office. Okay?
Sounds like a cult.
It is a cult.
I live here now. This is my life now.
Same. But no, I don't think we'll see anything out of Twitter or Instagram for gaming for a while.
Not for gaming. I think there's opportunities there to where if you are if you're growing your social media on every platform, there might be a way for you to work those into your sponsorship opportunities.
Yeah.
But I like, as far as gaming on Instagram Live, probably not a thing. But let's say you were hired to go to a con and do some sponsored posts, maybe a sponsored stream, then you could charge for going live on Instagram.
Right.
At the con and be like, hey, everybody join us.
Right. Now, a good question is, Omid's still in chat, because I wanna move into this next subject, but I'd like his input. I think he's gonna have a cool insight to this, and that's our predictions and anticipations for live streaming in general for the future.
Yeah, in the future. And if you guys have any questions or thoughts, feel free to put them in the chat as well. We can all talk about it.
So, like, a big thing that I was talking about was that interesting pipeline of, Disney buying parts of Fox, Fox backing D-Live. D-Live already has the infrastructure for streaming, so there is a realm of possibility that it could become Disney's gaming platform.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, that's things to look out for, or, Instagram and Twitter coming out with their own, IG gaming, IGGG.
Yeah.
IGGG. IGG or IG3.
IG cubed.
Um,
Yeah, Fox backed caffeine.
Caffeine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But can you imagine how brand friendly you would have to be as a streamer?
But do you get whitelisted?
I don't know. Disney is very, very picky.
Right. So imagine being like Scythe to Mixer, but for the Disney platform. And then do you then get whitelisted for use of Marvel clips, for Marvel audio, for Marvel music? Because then it's like, oh, my intro song is the Avengers theme song.
Yeah.
And I'm whitelisted by Disney to do that.
And there's also like different communities. So like somebody that maybe is not as interesting on Twitch because there is a culture here, right? Maybe there's a streamer that isn't edgy, that doesn't curse.
Sorry.
That would be really good for the Disney platform.
Yeah.
Hi, Dan and Dosh.
And then another thing
Thank you for the host.
is Disney could then, in contracts for their talent, be like, hey, part of your contract for Avengers 17 is you have to do 3 gaming streams.
That'd be cool.
So then you have, Chris Evans, for example, sitting down and playing games for Disney. Because it's a unique marketing opportunity. We want to see more of our,
Someone get Disney on the phone. We
did it. We cracked it open.
We just figured it out.
$1 billion idea. Right here. You heard it.
Ritro, Prendium, thank you so much for coming on over. Dan, thank you for the host. If you guys don't know, my name is Janessa, this is Devin, and we are account managers at Online Performers Group. We work with Dan and we work with a whole bunch of other broadcasters, and we help run their business. And we have a show every Friday where we talk about streaming and industry and cool stuff.
Dan, I'm sad you weren't here for the whole episode. There was a lot of stuff that you would have had good input on.
Yeah.
But now that you're here, what are some of your predictions or anticipations for the future of live streaming in general?
Also, how did you like Satisfactory? That's what I really want to know.
I've got an alpha key if you want it.
Do you really?
And well, I guess we're both traveling this weekend.
I am, but Thomas would love you. Because Thomas just plays Factorio.
Okay, yeah, I'll hit him up.
And I'll be traveling, so he has nothing to do.
I'll hit him up. I've got it.
Yay! Yes, we did meet on Sunday. We met at the Micro Center, and if anybody's new, we do have Micro Center events happening this weekend. Where are you going?
I am
Are you going anywhere this Sunday?
Long Island.
You're traveling?
Long Island.
I was like, what?
So many dates and places and planes. It's a lot. It's a lot, guys.
And I will be at Minneapolis with
Kit
Kit
Boga.
Boga, in case you guys are local. We also have events going on in Cincinnati and Fairfax, Virginia. And if you guys are in any of those places, then sign up on the Eventbrite. And then if not, we have events going on all month, all over the Micro Centers.
Yeah, so if Fearless or Z could drop the
GamerNight.live.
link for everybody so they can see maybe there's an event coming near you. There's 18 micro centers nationwide, and we'll be sending clients and content producers all over the country. Like Sir Slaw is going with you to Minneapolis.
Yes. And Dan and I are going to Chicago on the 24th.
I'm jealous. Chicago was high on my list.
I've never been to Chicago.
Oh man, you
I'm
have
excited.
to make time for food.
Really?
You have to make time for food.
But I'm sort of like a New York pizza person.
I'm talking dogs.
Oh, okay. Really?
Oh, Chicago dog
Chicago
is like
dogs?
one of my favorites.
I didn't even have a hot dog in New York, so
You did.
Chicago can have like that.
Okay, I get you. Keep New York for the pizza, Chicago for your dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you.
Dan, I guess we're going on a hot dog mission.
I want proof. I want proof.
Proof? We'll put it on Twitter.
I know you will.
Okay, does anybody have any other questions? Because if not, then we have a really cool announcement.
Give it a second.
Just like wait for the questions. We're wrapping up the show in case you guys couldn't tell.
I wonder if Fry's would do the same type of events Micro Center is doing someday. I would hope in the future, everybody wants to do these kind of events.
Is it time? This is just time to announce.
Do it.
Okay, so next week we have a very special guest on the show, and he's actually here in chat. So next week we are going to have Johnny Good on the show, and he is actually Lady Gaga's bassist, which is pretty cool. He's here. He uses Twitch, and so be sure to tune in next time, which will be Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific. We do a show every Friday. So if everyone can say hi to Johnny in the chat, he will be our guest. I was going to say next Friday, but I guess it's this Friday, because today's Friday.
Coming Friday.
Yeah. You can't wait.
Who's your favorite Winnie the Pooh character?
Oh, me?
It was a question in chat. We
Oh,
missed it.
Tigger. What about
Same.
you?
Same.
But I kind of really like Pooh, because he's just so naive and like trusting and
I like Tigger because he's about it. You know, he's confident.
I burped.
In his he spells his own name in his song.
T-I-double-gut-er.
Like he's confident.
Yeah.
He does one thing and he does it well. And it's just his thing. I like Tigger. I also have a kid, so I read a lot of Winnie the Pooh books to her.
Yeah.
So I have to have a favorite to make it through.
Oh, I say things all the time, man with beard.
Yours the correct answer. Oh. Thanks for the beers, Oliver.
So be sure to tune in next week. It is going to be a really fun show. Are you coming into the office? I guess he's coming.
He would have to.
If he's on the show, then that means he's coming here. Please confirm.
I would assume so. Otherwise, we're going to have... Okay, yes, cool. I was going to say, I'm going to have to figure out how to patch in a Skype call.
So then you're going to know how it feels to sit here and then be in the glass room, and we're just going to like distract you through the windows and be like, pay attention to your stream, not us.
What kind of beer do you like? That
Yeah.
way we can pre-prep.
Put in a beer order.
Know what we're doing.
We're going to be in Vegas. What the heck, Oliver?
Karma. For what I don't know. Karma.
So guys, thank you so much for tuning in and talking to us about the different streaming platforms. If you have a question or anything to add to the conversation, be sure.
Or just to yell at us.
Yeah, be sure to tag us on Twitter at @OP_group. And that's it for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we did it.
I'm Janessa, this was Devin, and remember to apply for our positions.
Account manager, marketing manager, and executive assistant.
Mm-hmm. We'll see you next week. Well, you'll see Johnny next week.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye. Thank you for being.